Yo, what is indeed going on, people, and welcome back to the Main Event Podcast. I am your host, John Pipney. As of right now, my co-host, KO Sports Talk, Kofi O'Himan, is not here right now, but he should be present within the next few minutes. And right now, man, we're talking about, once again, we're going to be talking about the Chicago Bears taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and basically what are their chances in winning this game. Now, me and Kofi probably have two different perspectives on this situation. Me personally believe that the Bears probably will not win this game. Yeah, they did win last year. They did have Tom Brady have like the biggest meme in the world last year. Dazed and confused, holding up the fourth down sign, looking retired and shit. But it doesn't look like it's going to be that type of situation very much this year. Number one, Bears is missing Kyle Fuller. He was the missing ingredient that helped Jalen Johnson keep those wide receivers at bay, especially early in the season when they both was basically not allowing almost no catches whatsoever during that time period last year. He's not here. So now it's Kendall Vildor and now Duke Shelley instead of Buster Screen last year. Now Buster Screen might not been the best cover guy, but shit, he at times covered better than Duke Shelley. Now, of course, Duke Shelley is improving. He is drastically improving every week, him and Kendall Vildor. But those two are still the weak links of the defense. Jalen Johnson had his hands full last week with Devontae Adams. And Devontae Adams had a few splash plays, but he was nowhere near explosive like he was the week before that with the Cincinnati Bengals going for over 200 yards receiving and a receiving touchdown. So, yeah, they did still hold the Packers to 190 yards passing Aaron Rodgers with that, but still had 3 touchdowns. You can still do the same thing with Tom Brady, but he still, matter of fact, he's probably better. He's probably better than Aaron Rodgers, even at this stage of his career. And he's still going to be able to make plays out there. Those plays that Aaron Rodgers couldn't make, Tom Brady probably find a way to be able to make. And he's shown that throughout his entire career. Yeah, the Bears did do what they do. Khalil Mack did have 2 sacks last year. And the Bears is basically going to need very much more of that to be able to thrive in this game. Now, of course, Robert Quinn is not going to be in this game because of COVID protocol. So he's just X'd out, and now the second year player Gibson, number 99 for the Bears, is gonna have to step up and try to go out there and make plays along with the other players that's gonna be coming in seven through with him and Mac throughout the game. So far the young kid Gibson got about 9 tackles, 2 sacks, a few tackles for a loss. So he's been doing good in the spare time that he has had out there, but he's going up against a very good offensive line. Tampa Bay has a very good, very stout offensive line. I believe they only gave up 9 sacks so far this season, which I guess at this point of the season, I guess that's still pretty damn good. Less than almost less than a sack given up, basically. So they have one of the best offensive lines in the league, and they made sure to have that to surround Tom Brady. So they definitely have that set up for him very well. So Bears are gonna have a problem because the same guy that Khalil Mack, when he sacked Tom Brady and flipped him over, he hasn't given up a sack since. And I know he's happy to have a second chance to go against Mack because he's going to do his best to try to pancake him every chance he gets. Even if it's not Mack, if it's Gibson, or if they move Bilal Nichols over there, or if it's one of the other young guys, they're going to try to make he specifically is going to try to make his own type of highlight of him tossing somebody to the ground, him running somebody over. So I already know how it's going to be. And it's going to be just a real rough game for the Bears, Now, one of the main things is that I keep hearing from other Bear fans that I keep discussing with, having conversations with, And I've been hearing even with some of the media guys that this game's going to be a lot closer, and the Bears do have a very strong opportunity to win the game. It's not just because of the injuries; it's also because their Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary is really not that good. Which it was like it's been like that for a long time. Even when they went to the Super Bowl, the secondary still was not that good. It was just a simple fact that the pass rush got hot and they was just blowing through anybody, and Patrick Mahomes didn't have a chance to look downfield because he already had somebody in their face. And they've been very much still been able to do that this year. And that's what makes the secondary look a lot better than it really is. And with the Bears offensive line giving up so many sacks and still not being able to hold their blocks long enough for the rookie quarterback Justin Fields, and even before then Andy Dalton, enough time to be able to look down the field and find an open receiver. Man, it's a bad recipe right there, real bad recipe. But as of right now, man, just gonna look at the injury report and just see who is actually gonna be playing, who not gonna be playing. Now, once I find that out, then I can definitely be able to tell you if the Bears even got anything close to a chance of winning this game. Because as of right now, even though I'm a Bear fan, I still got the Bears losing this game 31-17. So we're going to look at the first injury report. Go ahead and read some of this. Okay, and Antonio Brown did not practice. He's still out with an ankle injury. Now, I'm still hearing that from some. It's been more of a mixed bag that he may or may not play in this game. And of course, this ankle injury must be serious to be slowing him down, because usually, small stuff like that really can't really affect the player too much. Yeah, you do have to cut some, but if you put on an ankle brace or something like that, you're still able to run. Is it just like it's nothing, even at that high rate of speed that he can run at. Okay, we got put you in.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's going down with you, man? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man, dude. I'm just doing a whole bunch of stuff, today.
Oh
I
man, it's all
apologize, man.
good. Oh man, it's all good. I have to remember it's more than a few times. Well, I strung you along. We were supposed to start at 5:30, and then we didn't fuck around and do the podcast to 7.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. But what are we talking about right now, man?
right now, we actually hopped on. I just started talking about the injury report and talking about Antonio
Hmm.
Brown possibly not playing in this game, because I've been hearing mixed reports on
Yeah,
one side say he gonna play, one side say he not gonna play. So it's more of a 50-50 thing. But what you think
yeah.
about
I
if
actually,
Antonio Brown
I
can play?
actually read some reports from Tampa Bay's news site, some inside report, and they confirmed that Antonio Brown, I think Levante David, and Rob Gronkowski are not going to play in this game.
Right. Yeah, because Levante David also has a
So yeah, that's what I
ankle
heard.
injury as well. He
Hello, can
also
you
has
hear
an
me?
ankle injury. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna have
Well,
to. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. Hold on, I'm gonna have to call you back. I can't even hear you, bro. I'm gonna have to
Okay.
come back, leave and come back. Damn.
All right. Okay. Okay. Well, while KO Sports Talk fixes Mike, we're just going to go ahead and continue. And he's right. I have also heard reports that Levante David will not be playing because he has a high ankle sprain. And Rob Gronkowski, with a rib injury, also did not practice. Now, I heard that was almost a guarantee that Rob Gronkowski is not playing in this game, which I'm very happy about, because shit, he is a huge target. And even though he's still beat up, not the same Gronkowski that he
Yeah, I'm
was.
sorry, man. Somebody actually called me, but yeah, Antonio Brown, he's not gonna play. He's gonna be out. Robert Gronkowski and Levante David are gonna be out this game.
Yeah, I just jumped back on Rob Gronkowski
Hmm.
saying saying he's the one that I know for a fact, for certain, is not going to be playing in this game. Like I've heard iffy reports about Levante Davis and Antonio Brown, but Rob Gronkowski, it's been guaranteed that he's not going to play. I'm happy. I'm happy he's not playing because he a big target, and Chicago Bears been struggling a couple times a lot this year.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They've been to cover tight ends and especially wide receivers and like those seam and those slant routes. Like especially like when we're blitzing a lot of teams, it's like they always expose that weakness of ours, you know. And
Yeah,
especially like what you said, that whole tight end position was like we can't even cover that position. So the fact that Rob Gronkowski is going to be out, that's a big
definitely
that's a
big
big
play.
boost for our team.
Hell yeah, because
Yeah.
the main culprit this year, the main culprit is Roquan Smith. He can keep up with him, but he just cannot get his fucking head turned around. I don't know what the hell it is with these linebackers over the past 10 damn years. It's like can't nobody
Mm-hmm.
just turn around and swipe the damn ball down or attempt to, or turn around, get your head whipped around soon enough and be able to try to
Mm-hmm.
pick the ball up or something. The ball be thrown right to them. Half the time be hitting them in their back and their helmet, all of
Mm-hmm.
that. That's why I be like, man, come on now. They definitely need to get together. But he's done it
You're right.
two or three, maybe 3, 4 times this year. So
Mm-hmm.
if he continue to cover like that, you know,
You're gonna
it's
get
gonna be
burnt.
it's gonna be real.
It's gonna be a
Right.
long day, and Tom Brady's gonna
Yeah,
expose it. You know, we already know what Tom Brady can do. He's gonna expose those secondaries.
exactly. You
Expect-
know, the only one that seemed to turn his head around, which luckily he's always in on pass preferred place, and that's Ogletree. He's the only one that
Oh
seems to
yeah,
try to turn his head around. Him, matter of fact, him and Trevathan, but Trevathan
Trevor.
usually comes in more for
And he's too
run
slow.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he just slowed all the way down, so they got him only in there for run play just to
Right.
get him started. But also another player that's gonna probably wind up not playing, and that's Richard Sherman, who did not participate.
Yeah.
He got injured hamstring.
Richard
What
Sherman. Yeah,
up?
he's
What
not.
up?
What up,
Now go ahead.
Cat? Yeah, Richard Sherman. Yeah, he's They're saying he has like some type of hamstring issue. Based on the reports, so they're saying that he wasn't going to play, and yeah, they just recently even picked him up. Um,
Bro,
yeah,
already
they just
hurt. Like, damn.
yeah, and he's already hurt. So, um, yeah, they're going to be really thin at the cornerback position because I think the only one they really have is James. I think what's his name? Demel or something. I forgot his name. That's really the
Yeah,
only one they got, and
I can't remember his name either.
I can't remember
Right.
his name. But I know what's his name. One of the safeties, Antoine Winfield. He's supposed to come back.
Right.
Winfield
Yeah.
Jr. He's gonna come back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely. I just heard that earlier today from Chicago Bears Now report that they was talking
Right.
about. So I was like,
Right.
oh, okay then. So we got some good news and bad news. The bad news is that Antoine Winfield Jr. is out there because
Mm-hmm.
he
And he
looks
can
something
cover too.
similar.
That guy can cover. I seen him play. He's
Bro,
pretty good at covering
I
receivers,
know. That's why I
and he
said
can
he
tackle. He can
everything
tackle like a
right.
mug.
Right, everything like his father.
Mm-hmm.
He's, okay, said y'all sound like y'all need to be on ESPN. Hey, if they gave us our
Hey.
show, if they gave us a show, man, we're probably, I, or shit, our ass probably get canceled because of me, because I fuck around and be cursing too fucking much.
We
They're gonna be
probably
like,
say some.
mother,
We'll probably say some too real stuff, too real shit. So I'll probably say some real
yeah,
stuff that will probably get me canceled.
right. I'd be like, man, what the fuck was that from the Bears? They program over, terminated
Right.
instantly.
They'll terminate us immediately.
On my mama. But up next is supposed to be Jason Pierre-Paul. He got a shoulder and a hand injury. He did not participate, but I believe he's most likely going to play. He's questionable at this time. It's
Mm-hmm.
much like Khalil Mack, questionable, but I'm pretty sure he's going to play.
And I think also Robert Quinn, he's of course in the COVID-19 protocol, but he already had his shot. But if he's able to test negative 2 times, then he might play. And we know how vital Robert Quinn is to this defense.
Yeah, 5.5 sacks. Five and a
Hmm.
half sacks in 6 games. You know, he
That's
got
pretty
five and a
good.
half sacks, and then Mac got 6 or 7 of them. So yeah, well, we
Yeah, I
need
think
them.
Matt got 6.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought he wound up getting a seventh one because he
Derek
sacked
Carr.
Rodgers. No, when he
That one
sacked
didn't
Rodgers.
sack Rodgers.
Yeah.
Well, he did sack Rodgers, but he got 6. He has 6. He didn't sack him
Okay.
twice.
Okay. Then, well, either
He only
way,
sacked him once.
it's still gonna be missing. You know that extra push by Robert Quinn, but people speaking highly of Gibson, he was able to get 9 tackles, a few tackles for a loss, 2 sacks,
Yeah, I
and
think he has like 2 or 3
limited
sacks
time.
on the season.
You know, he got 2 sacks, two full sacks on the season. Do
Hmm.
you believe that he gonna be able to be a impact player, or is it more like a circumstantial thing with Gibson, like his specialty
Well,
guy?
I think he fits so well in what's his name system, Sean Desai system, that he's gonna thrive, and especially with all of our guys, up front. I mean, I know what's his name, Akeem Hicks. He's not gonna play because he's dealing with that groin issue.
Right.
I mean, I really feel for the guy, Akeem Hicks, and especially that last game with Green Bay, you can see how frustrated he was on the sidelines. Almost looked like he was gonna cry because this guy, he just loves this game so much, and this with just with Tashawn Gibson, I said Tashawn Gibson. With Gibson, I'm already forgetting his name. The
Right.
uh,
This why I said number 99.
number
Yeah.
99. Travis
Yeah.
Gibson. Oh my gosh, man. I always get them confused. Travis Gibson and Tashawn Gibson. But other than that, Travis Gibson, he's going to benefit from this defensive line because we got a whole bunch of dogs on this defensive line. We got Angelo Blackson. We got Mario Edwards Jr., who had a breakout season last year. Bilal Nichols. We got a bunch of dogs on this defensive line. And so I think he's really going to benefit. I think he's really going to this is probably might be his breakout game. I'm feeling like I think he might get a sack and a half, you know, and the fact that you got Khalil Mack, who's a superstar pass rusher and generational talent, I think he's really going to benefit. And I think this might be his little breakout party, for this game because you already know Tom Brady. When you pressure Tom Brady in his face, he doesn't play well, and his quarterback rating goes all the way down because you already know that Tom Brady, he's an immobile quarterback. He just stands in the pocket. When you give him a good clean pocket, he just carves up your defense. But when you are able to pressure him, like what we did last year when we embarrassed him last year on Thursday night, that's when you beat him.
Yeah. Yeah. The Bears was able to do that last year. Yeah, Mac
Hmm.
got 2 sacks. I
Yeah,
think
he had 2 sacks. Hmm.
yeah, I believe it was more sacks than that. I believe he got sacked maybe 3 times in that game. And
Yeah, but the third
even
sack they didn't call it. They called a roughing the passer on him.
right. Well, he did slam him late.
Yeah.
I have to look at the replay again. I said, "Damn, Mac, if he just would have let his ass go, it would have
Right.
just been
Just
the
put him
end of it."
down. Don't slam his ass. Don't do a German suplex on his ass.
Right,
You did a whole German suplex on him.
right. So it is what it is. It is what it is. The Bears still won 20-19 that time. Now, do you believe the Bears have an opportunity to hold them to 19 points, sub 20 points this time? I say no because that same missing ingredient I said it earlier, that missing ingredient for the Bears that
Hmm.
kept everything
Hmm.
under control is gone, and that's Kyle Fuller, which I actually not having a good year at Denver probably would be playing a lot better in this system with trying to decide.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
one, I don't know. Do you believe the Bears will be able to hold them sub 20, or it's going to be 20 plus from the Bucks?
I think it's gonna be 20 plus from the Bucks. I mean, this is where This is where Bill Lazor and this offense needs to step up. They need to let Justin Fields loose, man. This is where Justin Fields, this is the time where he has to break out this game. If you read in the stats, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers passing defense is not good. They're ranked 27th, but their run defense is ranked number 1. And so they're going to have to really air the ball out. They're going to have to air the ball out this game because they're already depleted in their secondary, and we already know that you cannot run on this offense. They're number 1 in run defense, and so even if you have Khalil Herbert, if you try to get the run game early and often, it's really not going to work because Tampa Bay's run defense is already stout, but their passing offense, a lot of teams. I think with their passing offense, they've given up I think over 300 yards per game, over 300 yards per game. So pretty much every team was able to pass on their secondary. And so what's his name? Bill Lazor is gonna have to scheme up a game to I don't know if I'm able to park over here, but Bill Lazor, he's gonna have to scheme up a plan to kind of help his young quarterback to let him loose and get the ball out there, man. So
that is true.
You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team by just only scoring 20 points. You're gonna have to score more, like 25 plus points, 25, 30 points if you want to beat this team.
Well, the only way the Bears be able to beat the Buccaneers is very simple. They're gonna have to be able to go against the grain and still run their football and try to find a way to run it effectively. That's number 1. Number 2, once they get their running game going, make sure they stay consistent and constantly run the football just to suck those safeties up, just so then they can be able to do a play action pass and then be able to hit Darnell Mooney, Allen Robinson, Marquise Goodwin, Cole Kmet, Jimmy Graham not playing in this game, so that'd be Jesse James. Hit those guys in certain parts of the field. If it's a tight end, seam routes. If it's to wide receivers, of course, slants and routes. Combination routes.
Those quick slant routes.
Right, and when that happens, then that's when you go ahead and that's when you involve the running backs and you do sprint passes, misdirection play. But only how it works. If the play calling is straight up synergy all the way through, it has to be perfect. It can't be like that.
And they're going to have to include some RPO plays to get the quarterback involved. Probably run some quarterback draw plays to get your quarterback involved in the running game because you already know how mobile this quarterback is. So you already got to get him involved as well.
Yeah, it has to be a combination of all, but it always has to be within the rhythm of the game plan. It can't just be the first drive. That was your recipe, and then right after that, because you did score the first time, now all of a sudden you in 5 wide receiver sets, 4 wide receiver sets, and everything else. Not the recipe that drove you down the field. That's pretty much what the Bears did last week against the Packers, and then it took all the way to the fourth quarter before the Bears went back to the original recipe in the first drive of the game, and then drove down the field and scored again and was down by 3 before the defense gave up the final touchdown. But basically, that's what the Bears is going to have to do. They're going to have to be on that point like they was with the Packers. They have to have the same type of game plan as the Packers, but execute a lot more. But when they execute a lot more, that's what it leads to Justin Fields being able to pass the ball more as well. Now that's how they'd be able to balance it out.
And they got to control the time of possession. They have to control the time of possession. That's one thing.
With running the football, that creates the more time of possession. And then constantly hitting short passes down the field will also be a clock, and then eventually, boom, you hit them downfield for a deep score, which we saw that the Bears had an opportunity to do that with Allen Robinson last week, but the field didn't see it.
Yeah, but I think with this offense, well, yeah, you want to be methodical, but at the same time, you gotta be explosive. Like you gotta at some point you gotta be explosive with your offense. You gotta be explosive with those plays because especially with this Bucks offense, we already know what they can do, man. They're averaging over 30 points per game this season. They're number 3 in the offense. And
Yeah.
whether Antonio Brown and Robert Gronkowski is out, they still got Godwin. They still got Evans. They got who else? OJ Howard. He's pretty good. OJ Howard is pretty good. You got a couple of those receivers who are averaging 12 point what or at least 12.3 yards per carry, and they're all what's that word I was trying to say? They're all not scheduled, but like they're all like averaging out to be 1,000-yard receivers,
Oh yeah,
for the season.
they all on track for that because they all already got 400 yards receiving
Yeah,
each. All
between the four receivers, or between the two of them actually, they all got like 400 yards, and even Antonio Brown too, before he went down with that injury. But yeah,
right.
these are explosive wide receivers. And so you're not gonna win by just limiting them to 20 points. They're gonna score 25 plus points, you know. But the thing is, can you match them? Can you match them punch for punch? That's the thing about with this Bears offense. And if they're gonna go up with a team like this, that's number 3, they're gonna have to match them punch for punch. You gotta have to at least score 25 plus points. And the only way you can do that is by creating more explosive plays, you know,
Yeah, but
with this
The Bears
offense.
haven't shown to be capable of scoring
You got to
25.
get your wide receivers draw up plays. You got to drop some plays for your wide receivers like Allen Robinson or Darnell Mooney that can take the top off this defense one way or another. You gotta let your quarterback loose.
Yeah, yes, true. What the Rapper 2000 has said 2 comments. He said the best dual threat quarterbacks I've seen in college don't last long.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Lynch became a running back. The pros don't have many dual threat quarterbacks. And then the second comment, he said, basically
Mm-hmm.
relating to what you was talking about. He said, in a run first offense, a QB needs to be mobile and go for the quick routes for the tight ends, wide receivers, depending on the blocking pattern, and the runners have to go to the hole open up. And now he just wrote another one. He said our defense has to pick off Tom Brady several times this game with when he's
Yeah,
out.
creating turnovers. That's another thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because they did not force a turnover, I believe, with the Packers last week. So that's something that the Bears basically been lacking since the what the Lions game really. So yeah, they definitely have to find a way to get it together. Matter of fact, they only had 1 turnover against the Raiders out of
Yeah,
all
they
the
did. They had that interception.
right. So the Bears definitely has to find a way to get
Mm-hmm.
turnovers.
To get
Tom Brady
takeaways.
don't turn the ball over. Tom Brady really has not been turning the ball over like that. So those cornerbacks is definitely gonna have to play excellent coverage and try to bat the ball
Mm-hmm.
up, or if not,
Perfect
come away
coverage.
themselves. Yeah, they're gonna have to be on them tight because if not, man, this can be ugly. Like I said, I
Real ugly.
love.
You get ugly in a hurry.
Yeah, it's gonna get real ugly because I'm like, even though I said the score is gonna be 31-17 Bucks, I'm not saying like the Bucks just gonna be dominating them the whole time.
Could be
I'm
45 like to 20 or
right. I'm
that.
saying that like it's gonna be like 24-17 at one point. The Bears can
Mm-hmm.
get drive down the field and the play calling gonna be sloppy. The players
Mm-hmm.
executing gonna be sloppy. And that's what gonna
Right.
cause the Bulls to have to punt the ball and then Brady drop down the field and score again. And that's how I end up with this score. I'm not saying it's going to be just a straight up ass whooping. What I'm saying is that it's going to be a good game for three and a
Up
half
until
quarters.
like the third or fourth quarter, and then we're gonna get beat by like 20 points.
Right. Well, less than that. I say 14, but it is
It's
what it is.
possible.
Even if the Bears did lose this game, I still feel like they're going to beat the 49ers
It could
next
be
week.
like what 24 to 20 or 20 like our offense can go like 3 and out maybe twice, and like Brady's can score like 2 or 3 touchdowns, and it could be
Damn,
like, yeah,
you think
like
it's gonna be like that?
it is
Shit.
possible, man.
Yeah, yeah. That's only if the pass rush don't get to him, which something that the Bears has
But
not
like
been
I said,
doing
it could
on
be
a
later
consistent
on in the
basis.
game, like maybe the third or fourth quarter, because it has happened, especially last year when we faced the Packers. You remember, like toward the end of the third quarter, like beginning of the fourth quarter, it was like really close, and then
Yeah,
like our to become very suspect, and then like Trubisky he forced a turnover, and then Aaron Rodgers like scored twice, and then we ended up losing like by 20 points. It could be
yeah,
like that,
35-16.
something like that. Yup, 35 to
Yeah,
17 or 35 to 20.
yeah. But the the main thing that's definitely fucked the Bears up is the simple fact that they're not getting enough pressure up the middle. They're getting the pressure
Yeah.
from the outside, but the
Mhm.
quarterback's always able to step up and then go outside the pocket. Now,
Mhm.
one time I've seen it maybe twice, and that's been from Akeem Hicks. Once last week against the Packers, and I think it was another time, probably
Mhm.
earlier in the season. I think that was against the Rams. That's the last couple times I believe that I seen pressure up the middle when two outside linebackers was collapsing the pocket. Somehow,
Yeah.
Bilal Nichols and Eddie Goldman and Blackson and the rest of the crew that's in the interior definitely gonna have to put a lot of pressure on the quarterback and also be able to stop the run. And sometimes it be looking like they just beg for no reason. That they get hung up on a block and then I just see the running back running past them. So they're gonna have to definitely step up at every asset of the game on that defensive line, especially with missing Robert Quinn, who just hustles real hard all the goddamn time. If people
Yeah.
not making tackles, he's running up the field and he's catching the running backs from behind and tackling them. And of course, we seen how hard he's trying to get to the quarterback, trying to make up for how ass he played last year.
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But now I'm finna list the Chicago Bears injury report, and then we can talk a little bit about that now. And the first
Mhm.
one is, of course, Tashawn Gibson Jr. He would not participate. He might not play again, and he's out with a hip injury. Now, Butters, when he saw it, Butters said yes because Tashawn Gibson, even though he's a former Pro Bowler, has not been playing good at all this year. He played a hell of a lot better last year,
Mhm.
but this year he's not playing that well. Do you believe that Sean Gibson being out is going to impact the game in a bad way, or you think DeAndre Houston, Carson, and crew, everybody else will be able to hold something without him?
Yeah, I don't know what's been going on with Tashawn Gibson, man. Like, I mean, even when he was still there, he had problems tackling. Like, he's always had like a tackling problem, and
Right, and he's supposed to be a big tackler.
yeah, he's supposed to be a big tackler. Even the last game, like Aaron Jones, especially, like when he got up to the second level, uh, Tashawn Gibson, he was having problems tackling him. Like even when he got up, like when they got all the way up to the goal line, or even when he scored that touchdown, like just Aaron Jones, he just freaking trucked him, and he was able to get that touchdown. Like I don't know what's going on, like with the secondary, like they have like a tackling problem, and and if you really think about it, this really all goes on to the head coach, with the coaching staff, especially with Nat Nagy, because you're not holding your players accountable. You're not like benching them, or you're not giving them like a aha moment, saying like, hey man, if you don't get your stuff together, man, like I'm gonna bench you, man, and especially with Eddie Jackson too. I'm not too sure if you heard, but Lance Briggs, he made a comment about Eddie Jackson with his tackling problem, and he was
Yeah,
trying to say like, Eddie, you need to tackle better. And then Eddie Jackson, he went on Twitter, and then he's like, he put up a post from Lance Briggs' 2011 season of the number of missed tackles that he made. And so I
yeah,
don't know what's going
I
on
see
with
that.
our safeties, man, but you need to take his advice. You need to take Lance Briggs' advice because Lance Briggs, he's a 8-time Pro Bowler. He went to the Super Bowl with that 2006
Yeah.
defense. So that's the last thing you should be saying, man. Like Eddie Jackson, like yeah, you made that All Pro, but you really benefited from that defensive line. Like you weren't the one that was making all those types of plays. You really just benefited from the defensive line for the most part, and you haven't been that same player like you were in 2018. So you
No,
man, you really need to step up your game, man. Like you gotta take that criticism to heart and say, man, I need to get better, man. I need to tackle more better. I need to make defenders fear me, like with my tackling, because like the last few years, like Eddie Jackson hasn't really been that great, I mean,
no,
aside from 2020 with those missed calls, but like he hasn't been really great in tackling, and I don't know, man. Like it's like he ever since he gotten paid, it's like he just hasn't been that same player like he was. He hasn't been that same player. And but yeah, man, like if I were the head coach, I would probably sit to Sean Gibson or something like that because tackling has been a big problem. Especially
Yeah,
with the second.
I'd say this because Houston Carson can tackle a lot better. It seems like Houston
He can
Carson is
tackle a lot better.
underrated.
He can cover. He can cover too.
Yeah,
He's an
he has
underrated
underrated
cover.
cover skills.
Right.
Well, the next one up is
Yeah.
there's an
Make sure.
injury
Should I
report
go?
is Jakeem Grant Sr. He has an ankle injury. He was limited in practice today. He's questionable.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 17 that was just taking off on every
Yeah,
goddamn
that punt returner.
pickup. So I believe that I believe he probably gonna play. You know, he should play.
Yeah.
He should be able to play. He showed a lot of explosiveness last week. I never heard of him until the Bears signed him, and that's when I heard more about his backstory. The man pretty shifty out there. People were saying, "Oh,
Yeah,
he
he's a
reminds
shifty
he
punt
reminds me of
returner.
Devin Hester." Yeah, they were saying, "Oh, he remind me of Devin Hester." Not quite Devin Hester, but
No.
shifty.
Devin Hester, he can get through those he can get through those lanes, man. Like if he has an open lane, like
He's
Derek
old.
Devin Hester, he has that vision. Like he has that quick vision to get through those open lanes. That's
Yeah,
one thing that he was so underrated. Like it wasn't only just his explosive plays with Devin Hester, but he had the vision. Like even before even before he was able to catch the ball, he had a vision of what to do. When he was going to return the ball. Because I remember when Devin Hester he was talking about like how whenever he always got the ball, he always had a lane. Like whenever he found an open lane, or whenever he found a route that he was gonna go through, he always stuck with that. And the fact that with his explosiveness and his vision and able to see that open lane, that's how he was able to get through a lot of those defenders, especially with some of his blockers too.
Yeah, so I
Hmm.
hope that Grant Senior can provide the Bears with something similar to that.
Hmm.
Of course, it's not going to be the same type of production. Devin Hester was just one of its kind talent, and
Like
luckily
with
he was.
Jakeem Grant, he's very shifty. He's very shifty type of guy, almost like Tariq Cohen, very shifty guy. But he didn't have that type of vision that and explosiveness that Devin Hester had.
Okay. But the rapper 10,000 said that Jameson Williams from Alabama is similar, like Devin Hester. Zach, what's going down with you, man? How you feeling, bro? How you feeling? But I don't know. We just gonna see how that's gonna be, man. But okay, up next on the report is King Hicks with the groin.
Hmm.
He was limited in practice today, and I don't know if he can play in this game. I really don't. He pulled the hell out of it when he sacked Aaron Rodgers last week.
Oh
and
yeah,
he
yeah,
wasn't able to get back into the game. All he can do is sit on the sideline, just sit there and watch as the Bears lost the game. So
yeah.
I
He was
was pretty good.
demoralized. You could see it in his face. He was so demoralized, and I really feel
Yeah,
for a guy like Akeem Hicks because people just don't understand how important Akeem Hicks is to this team. He's literally the heart and soul of this defense. Like he's the guy that motivates this defense, and not just the defense, the whole team to just be better, to be a better player for this team.
yeah.
And that's what he was. That's what he was for this team. Like, and when you're losing a guy like that, I mean, it really does hurt. It really does hurt the team.
And on top of that, there's a strong chance that he's not coming back next year. The Bears
Yeah,
went out and
exactly.
signed him.
His injuries.
So
Right, exactly.
he definitely want to try to go out on as much as a high note as possible. So it is
Exactly.
what it is.
And that's why he was demoralized, because this is really his like almost like a contract season for him. If he doesn't play well, then they're gonna let him go. You know, and and like for the past few years since 2016, he's really been like the defense since like 2017 has been really one of the top defenses, and that's because of Akeem Hicks. He's been one of the reasons why this defense has been one of the top since 2017.
Yeah,
And to lose a guy like that, I mean, it really hurts. The defense. It really hurts.
I thought it really does. Zach just wrote a comment right now. He said, "Just over here watching my team get
That
slaughtered each week." He said, you know you're a Lions fan when you're talking about the draft before Thanksgiving." Wow, man. I feel sorry for y'all, man, because
I feel
your
sorry
team,
for Lions fans and
God,
Jets fans.
right? I'm about to say, God hates the Lions. This God hates the Lions. There's like 3 or 4
That's
victories
why.
y'all
That's
still have
why.
on the
That's why
table
their
right
acronym. That's why their acronym. The acronym for the Jets is just end the season already. Just end the season.
now.
Jets.
Yeah, at least y'all not the Jets, man. I don't know. Man, it's just terrible all the way through. Daz Newsom, if he wasn't injured, I would have him really, he hasn't been able to do enough to be called rookie of the year. He was there and then he was gone just like that. He can't even stay healthy to be rookie of any of them things. Shit, I forgot that Daz Newsom was even on the goddamn team because he been gone so damn long.
Yeah,
I ain't
he's
even
on. Yeah,
heard nothing about it.
he has no chance, no shot of being rookie of the year at all. It probably might go to Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is having a pretty good season.
Yeah, he light motherfuckers up.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
is.
he got sea level
And he
hands.
has his quarterback. He
So,
has his quarterback who he played at LSU. With
right.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, so he know how Joe Burrow throw the ball, put his
And
power
you
in
know
the end
what? A lot of people are saying Ohio State quarterback is not going to succeed, but people also forget that Joe Burrow played in Ohio State, so he's succeeding already.
Hey, it is what it is, man. People better recognize. I guess
Right,
because he didn't stay there, that's the reason why you don't hear it.
right.
But the next guy that's supposed to be on injury list is JP Host, but he a full participant. It was a quad injury. Then of course you got linebacker Caleb Johnson who had a knee injury, but he's a full participant as well. And then Khalil Mack, who got a foot injury, who was limited in practice today, and he's supposed to be questionable.
Mhm.
I say he plays.
Yeah, he's
What do
gonna
you
play.
say?
You already know what Mac is about. He's gonna play. He plays through injury. I don't know how he does it too, man. Like that guy's a warrior, man. With all the injuries he's been dealing with, I don't know how the hell he does it.
Man, he a constant professional. Constant professional. He don't want to let his team down. The
Right.
Rapper 1000 asked the
And
question.
that's
He
what people
said,
need to learn. Eddie Jackson, all these guys. It doesn't matter, even if you get a big payday, man. Like you gotta play like your life depends on. You gotta play like how should I say it? Like you're fighting for a roster spot. And that's what Khalil Max brings to every day. He brings that mentality every single day. He plays like he's like a first time player or like one of these these rookies or these journeyman players trying to fight for a roster spot. You gotta fight. You gotta have that type of mentality, man. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna get paid and I'm just gonna be lackadaisical." You know, that's what a lot of these, especially these defensive players, they need to learn from Khalil Mack.
Yeah, they do, man. They do. They gotta
I just had to say that. I had to get that off my chest,
but even if they do learn it, they still you gotta get your game up, gotta step the game up, gotta be more efficient. You
oh
know,
yeah, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Like if you see, like especially with Khalil Mack, you know, he doesn't take plays off. He doesn't take plays off. He sticks with those players. If he sees you, he's gonna attack you more times than not. That's what I'm not
yeah,
getting from Eddie Jackson. That's what I'm not getting for some of these players, especially coming into this game with Tampa Bay and this high-powered offense. They got to play A+ type of defense if they want to
yeah.
win this game. They have
Basically,
to
gotta
be
get their head out of their ass and get it together.
exactly. They got to be perfect, pretty much. They got to play perfect defense almost in order to
Yeah,
win this game.
but the rapper 10,000 asked the question: Is there? Do you believe about anything of it like this? Any trades you think that the Bears should make now?
All right, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Any trades you think that the Bears should make now? That's what he asked.
Oh, any trades? I know the Bears were talking about. Oh, I heard.
Nick
I mean, I
Boles.
know there are reports of the Bears trying to look at Bryce Callahan or something from Denver. Um, but the thing is, with our draft capital and everything we have, I don't know. I don't know if we have the type of draft capital it is to trade for any players. But I mean, it would be nice to kind of get Bryce Callahan because of course he's familiar with Sean Desai. He's familiar with the system,
Yeah,
and and Denver, they're trying to move on from him because he hasn't been playing too well, that well in Denver, and he's also been dealing with some injuries too, in
yeah.
Denver.
Well,
So
he's been injury prone his whole career. That's why I'm like, I'm
yeah,
surprised. I'm
yeah.
surprised
So I don't know if the Bears would want to take that type of gamble or bring him back, but he would be good. Like even when he did play, he was like one of the best nickel cornerbacks in the NFL, even while
Yeah,
he was playing in Denver. So um, when he's healthy, he is one of the better nickelbacks. But the thing is, with his injury history and all that, I mean, I don't know if they'll be able to get him
right. I about to say if the Bears do get
because
him,
our
it's gonna
nickel,
be
we're so weak in the nickel position. Kendall Bildor, he's been playing solid. I think he's pretty solid
mm,
at the cornerback two position. I don't really have a problem with that. It's just our nickel and our safeties is what's killing us.
yeah. I about to say especially the safeties right now. At first, it was
Yeah,
strictly the nickelback position that was getting us killed. But
getting us killed.
Crawford played a little bit better than Duke Shelley, and when came in and played, I don't know what they have on Duke Shelley.
Yeah, Crawford is a
Crawford,
little bit better than Duke Shelley, but I mean, it's not too much of a difference, man. It's still a weakness.
yeah. But Zach said O line, the offensive line rookies are overlooked. Rashawn Slater has been solid so far. I don't
Oh, that's
know. I don't know who that is, but
Yeah, he's the offensive lineman who plays for the Chargers. He went to Northwestern. Yep, Rashawn
oh,
Slater.
shit, I about to say I still never heard of him. I
Yeah,
don't watch college football like I used to. I used to watch it like crazy, but now it's
yeah,
like I get tired
yeah.
of
He went
seeing.
to
I get tired
Northwestern
of looking up at
with
the
Greg Newsom
scoreboard.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I see a score like 73 to 15. I feel like, God damn, I hate to be them. I hate to be those kids because I've been pulled Devontae Davis out. I've been pulled
To
Devontae
give up
Davis from
73 points in a game, that's embarrassing. You give up almost 100 points. That's like Madden. That's something you give up in Madden.
Man, I've seen a high school team give up 84 points and not score.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I wind up getting transferred to the high school the next year. And I
Oh
played
wow.
football. I was like, bruh, nah, no good. But anyway, the rapper 2000 we say something too. He said, "I am not an Ohio State fan, but I do see Justin Fields as a pro player. Michigan has a QB and an offense who can go pro as well. He said we should trade for draft capital in the future, trade Dalton or Foles for a pick or offensive lineman. Well, if you're gonna trade somebody, the one to trade is that has some value will be Dalton, because well, Nick Foles at most you're gonna get a 6th or 7th round pick, which some people feel like that's fine either way. You know, they don't give a shit. As long as Nick Foles is gone and that money is off the books, then they fine with that. But guess what? You know, he gonna finish out that contract. Ain't nobody gonna buy him out. Ain't nobody gonna take that. They gonna wait for him to be a free agent.
Unless they desperately need a quarterback.
Who? I don't know who's
that's only if the team is desperate.
They have to be super mega. Mega
they have to be super desperate.
Right, to be willing to take that big contract on their hands. You know, Dalton, that's a 1 year, $2 million contract. Yeah, it's still $10 million, but it is what it is. Oh no, Zach, you guys want golf? We'll give them to you for a ham sandwich. No, I take the ham sandwich though, but y'all can keep golf. Shit, fuck that.
Yeah, golf is playing horribly this season, man.
Matter of fact, I wish the Bears had Trubisky so he can kill y'all ass some more. But
yeah.
I'm about to say he was the magic man when it came down to y'all. If he played y'all every week, the Bears would be undefeated. Shit.
Yeah.
I think that Nick Foles is actually is healthy and can be a backup quarterback. Depends on the circumstances. Things have to be perfect for Nick Foles. You know, usually you gotta have a good offensive line, and then you need to have one Allen Robinson / Alshon Jeffrey type of receiver, and everybody else got to at least be similar to Taylor Gabriel, be able to get open and make it happen.
Hey man, I gotta shoot.
It's all good, bro. Well, Kofi is gone right now. You know, someone calling his phone, probably his girl. It is what it is. But yeah, y'all did make him look like a Pro Bowler every damn time. And I loved every minute of it. Every minute. Because that was my boy right there. A college quarterback who I see pro material in a year or two would be SMU quarterback Tanner. You said McCourty. Okay. I never heard of them. I have to look some of these guys if I got to get back into college football, because then I know what the hell you're talking about, and then I won't be looking so crazy when you say Trubisky was the only one who thrived in Matt Nagy's system. He was never a bust. I've said it. I've already said it, bro. I said it. That man is the only one that made Matt Nagy's system look good. And we threw his ass out of Chicago. We booed that man out of Chicago. And he the only one who had Matt Nagy scoring 24 points per game. Since he left, they can't even score 24 on a regular basis. That lets you know either how good Trubisky really was, despite all his inefficiencies, not able to read a defense, consistently bad pre-snap reads, but a good post-snap read type of quarterback. But yeah, the only one who made his offense work, the only one who consistently scored in that offense. And like I said before, I think with Trubisky, the Bears offense was able to put up like 24 a game. It is what it is. I would have kept Trubisky. Good competition for Fields. Dalton and Foles aren't really true competition. I've said that before. And Kale Sports Talk is back. I've said that already. I've said that I rather the Bears kept Trubisky. Are you good, bro? I rather for the Bears.
I don't know what's going on with my connection.
Still drafted Justin Fields. I'm still arguing that point with people.
I'm sorry, were you talking to me? I'm sorry.
Now, I'm talking to Zach and the Rapper 10,000. You know, we talked about Trubisky a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit. Yeah, I'm still
No.
arguing the point with people that still preach that Trubisky is the bust narrative instead of looking back at those games. Man, I put
Yeah,
it out there.
Trubisky. Statistically, if Trubisky played a couple more years, he would have already been the best quarterback. Not already. I mean, he was already the most accurate. He was already projected to have more passing yards than Jay Cutler, because up until that point, 4 years playing in, he was already the most accurate quarterback. He had the most completion percentage. He had over 10,000 yards, most wins up until that point, and Bears
Yeah,
franchise history. I mean,
yeah,
he was what, 26 and 13, 26 and 12,
yeah.
or
Somewhere
26 and
around
21, or I don't know
no
I don't know the exact
29,
record, but yeah.
29 and 21
Yeah, or
with the
29,
Bucks.
21, 29, 21, 29 and 21, yeah. But I
Yeah,
mean, if he had the right coaching staff, man, that record will be a lot more better than Matt Nagy. And a lot of people, a lot of teams are actually seeing how bad Matt Nagy's offensive schemes are. They're like thinking, man, maybe we should get Mitchell Trubisky, you know.
yeah. Give him a chance because he's
And
way
yeah, I
better than
get it. Yeah,
what people thought he
Trubisky's not the
was.
most accurate. I get it. Yeah, he's not. I get it. He's not the most accurate deep down the field. I know that, when, especially coming to his pre-snap reads, he has problem with pre-snap and problems trying to read some defenses. But if you get him the right coaching staff, the right personnel, I mean, you don't think he can work through those kinks? Yeah, granted, he won't be like Aaron Rodgers or like freaking Tom Brady. That's not what I'm saying, but he could be almost like an Alex Smith type of quarterback.
Yeah,
He he
the
could be that
confidence
type of
being 30
quarterback that
cents
can
per
get you
year
those
coming
wins.
out.
It could be those type of quarterbacks that can get you those wins. He won't turn the ball over. Matter of fact, we all know that Mitchell Trubisky, he's like pretty much the only active quarterback that hasn't thrown a pick six yet. And
Yeah,
he won't he won't turn the ball over. He will do enough to win you the game. Like, he'll be like that type of quarterback.
yeah.
So,
I already said it.
mhm.
If the Bears don't sit them last year, the Bears win at least 10 games. They probably win 11.
You're right, 10 or 11 games, right?
So
I
it
know
is
we
what
beat
it
the
is.
Saints. I know we beat the
Next
Saints. I
time
know we
around,
beat the Titans, in my opinion.
yeah, the first time around. Matter of fact, I know for a fact that the Bears beat the Vikings twice,
Right.
and they at least beat the Titans. You know, the Colts game, it will be a tough one, but they did leave a lot of running lanes open last year, so he could have
They
ran
did.
that. I don't know if they could have won that one,
Right.
but it
It
is
would have
what
been
it
a
is.
close game. Right.
But yeah, they could have won. Could have won a lot of games last year. But
Right.
it's gonna be. I just know it's gonna be rough for our team. You know, as much as I love the Bears, as much as I want them to
Yeah.
win, as much as I wanted to say straight up there that,
Mm.
that they're gonna win, I don't think they are. You know, now if they do,
I understand that.
I will be shocked and I'm gonna be happy, much like I was last year. Now I gotta rewatch the old video because I believe that I did pick the Bears to beat the Bucks last year, even with Tom Brady. I believe I did. I don't know,
Mm.
but I'm
Hmm.
kind of looking on that. But yeah, I don't know if the Bears made to pull it
You
off.
you you pick you. Be honest. You really picked the Bears to win against the Bucks, because everybody, even some Bears fans, most Bears fans, they didn't pick the Bears to win.
No, I got the Bears losing 31-17. But
No,
I'm
I'm
just
saying
saying.
last year. I'm talking last year.
Oh, last year, yeah, I believe I did pick the Bears to beat the Bucks last year. I said I don't know for sure.
Hell,
I
I
gotta
even
watch.
picked the
I
Bears
gotta
to lose
watch it
last
over.
year.
Yeah, I have to look over. I have to look over the week.
Right.
I have to
And
look
because
back
Tom
over.
Brady, he's been owning us.
I did not. I did not know that Darnell Mooney had a groin injury. He was limited in practice.
Oh, really? He had a groin injury?
Yeah. At first,
Man.
at first, Allen Robinson. At first, Allen Robinson was on there.
Mm-hmm.
Allen Robinson was on there at first.
Really?
So, yeah, he was on there. He had an ankle injury. He was on there maybe 2 days ago or a day ago, but he backed off of it because I don't see him on there.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I didn't really expect Darnell Mooney to be over there.
Would have made him pass pass. Look back to the college days. Mike Brown had a knack of turning those college players into stars. Yeah, it probably would.
Bulls are actually beating the Pelicans. Bulls are looking good this season, man.
Oh yeah, Bulls. I said the Bulls gonna win 45-50 games. That's what I feel.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that last game against the Pistons, and I mean the bench really didn't do much, but man, Alex Caruso, man, he was putting the clamps on like some of their wing defenders, man. Like he was clamping down Killian Hayes, he was clamping down Jackson. I mean, that guy was just all over the place. He was a great pickup. Caruso, he's a great pickup.
Yeah, I didn't even expect the Lakers to let him go, but they did, and shit, it's good for the Bears. The Bears was able to
and it's benefiting the Bulls. It's definitely benefiting the Bulls.
Definitely. If I say the Bulls was benefiting, like it sucks that they don't have a bench they had a few years ago, but they do have stars that they needed a few years ago. You know, so
right? Exactly.
Hopefully, their bench can find a way to be able to get it together and play more consistently and be able to at least put up 25 to 35 points per game. Because within that spectrum of doing that, they definitely put a lot of pressure off their Bulls starters, especially if they have a cold day.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Zach,
I don't know about Kobe White. Kobe White didn't play. Kobe White didn't play yesterday, but that rookie Ayo DeSumo, he had like 7 points. He was pretty good. He looks really promising.
Right, and that might be the end of Kobe White at point guard. They might have to try to switch him around and put him at shooting guard or have a point guard position, but we don't handle the ball like that. You know, have somebody else handle it. But Zach just had a comment real quick. He said, I never bet against Brady in playoffs. That guy flips a switch in the playoffs. Well, that's in the playoffs. This is the regular season. Let's see if he.
This is the regular season, man. For regular season, it's a long season, man. We still got a long way to go. I mean, that's kind of like LeBron. LeBron, he's just like he kind of takes it easy in the regular season a little bit, but when playoff comes, he's a different animal.
Yeah. Yeah, he started trying to turn it up. Well, he can't do it. He can't keep doing it now because he old. So as soon as he try to turn it up in the playoffs, he'd be like, "Oh, my knee." He'll be hurt.
Exactly. Shit. Yeah, he can't do that now because he's older. Yeah, but when he was younger, especially in his Heat days and the Cavalier days, oh my gosh, he was a beast. Nobody could stop him.
Hey, the rapper 10,000 he said, "Here's a joke that'll make you guys laugh hard." He said, "How many people showed up to the WNBA parade in Chicago? Barely 1,000. Barely 1,000.
Are you serious?
Yeah, to the WNBA championship. Ain't that Chicago? Ain't this the women's basketball team first championship?
Right.
See, I didn't even know nothing about no damn parade. You know, I just heard that they won.
I didn't even know about it too.
Right, I ain't heard shit about no parade anyway. So either way, I probably wouldn't have went. So
right, it's not like men's sports, right? Everybody knows that the team won.
Right, I about to say shit, but either way that I wouldn't have went. Congratulations to the Chicago Sky. You know, they first championship
in franchise history.
Right, and they did good. So let's see how many more they can bring.
Right.
Should they if Chicago Sky start winning on more consistent basis, they probably get talked about more and probably get more people influenced to start coming to their game specifically.
Just like the Blackhawks in the 2010s. Just like the Blackhawks in the 2010s. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they started winning a lot. They became a dynasty. People started, watching them.
Right. Should Blackhawks is winning so much? Should they have black people watching hockey?
Hell yeah, I was watching that too. I'm like, and I don't even watch hockey.
Right, I about to say,
had me watching it.
Right, they had me watching hockey. I ain't watched hockey since 1996. The fuck?
Right. And like, oh, I know Patrick Kane. Oh, Jonathan Tays. Like, yeah,
Right, I've been.
Oh, Dustin Bufflin. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Corey Crawford.
I know about Patrick Kane because
I call Corey Crawford freaking Drake, bro, because he looked like Drake. Corey Crawford, like, man, that's Drake playing. I didn't know Drake was a goaltender.
Hey, that man be on it. Be on it.
Right, Corey Crawford, man.
Nobody cares about the WNBA. Nobody watched the game. Plus, the news tried to make it seem like a crowd when barely. Well,
right. They try to make it a whole big thing, man.
Well, if 1,000 people showed up, that's still a lot. That's still a lot of damn people for the NBA. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It might not be a lot for NBA. Like if 1,000 people showed up at an NBA game, that's sad. That's sad. Like that's sad as fuck. But a WNBA game when people don't watch it like that, because I only seen maybe,
especially if your team sucks. Just imagine if their team sucks. Oh my God! Ain't nobody. It's all empty seats except for their families. But
most people showed up for the Cubs championship. Well, that's not fair. That's not fair.
Well, ever in history, man.
Right.
More than the Bulls.
History. Right. I'm about to say if I didn't have to work so damn much, I would have went to that damn parade. Like, nigga, like, I've been a Cubs fan for the longest, and I definitely wanted to be there. But the thing is, though, it didn't matter because I got the chance to meet the entire Cubs team 2 years straight at a boxing event that I wound up fighting in. So I wound up meeting Cal Schwarber and all them. Those guys is a lot bigger than they looking.
You met Jason Hayward, all them cats.
Yeah, and Jason Hayward, as big as my hands,
and I hope the Boston Red Sox
big like this. Jason Hayward's hand was like this much bigger than mine. I kid you not.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
got
Jason
a huge hands.
Massive. That man got massive hands. Anthony Rizzo at the time was he's 100% legitimately 6'5". Every bit of it. He big as a motherfucker.
Anthony Rizzo? He's 6'3".
Yeah. No, that man like 6'5".
Anthony Rizzo, really?
Yeah, he like 6'4", 6'5". He big as hell, and he every bit of like 240. Yeah. Baez short. I forgot his goddamn name. Carl Edwards Jr. Yeah, he's 6'3".
He's pretty tall.
He's 6'3". He about an inch or two taller than me. When me and him took a picture together years ago. Okay. I had a friend in high school who followed everything about.
And Chris Bryant must be really tall then, because they list him at 6'5". So he must be like 6'6", 6'7" then.
Yeah, Chris Bryant is. Chris Bryant.
Because he's taller than Anthony Rizzo. He's taller than Anthony Rizzo.
He's not that much taller in person. He like an inch. He like an inch and a half in person taller than Anthony Rizzo. Because I spoke to both of them standing up, shook both their hands. Anthony Rizzo.
Damn, the Bulls are beating the Pelicans 38-21.
That's what I like to hear. But Anthony Rizzo, he's strong as a bitch. I shook his hand. He said, I got a lot of strength. I had no choice but to squeeze his hand tight. He damn near broke my fucking hand. G, the quarterback.
Wait, hold on, man. Hold on, man.
Just came across you guys. I like the energy and content. Salute.
All right.
Salute to you. Salute to you
Phew.
too, man. I'm happy you enjoying the show. In fact, man, if you would like, man, I would like to if you subscribe to this channel and also KO Sports Talk channel as well. We do the podcast on both channels as well until we
Yeah,
finally
subscribe to my channel. If y'all are not subscribers, subscribe to my channel, man. I make a lot of Chicago sports content.
yeah, and we would definitely appreciate it, man. Like real talk.
Yeah, definitely help our channel, help our our channel grow more, and like the like this page too. Like it. That also helps.
We'll definitely appreciate it. Okay, the rapper
Yeah.
10,000. He said, I was at the downtown area when the Cubs won a championship and at that parade. I'm a Sox fan.
Yeah, I was there too. I was there. I was at the parade too.
Appreciate it. Now, see, when the
Hold on, I
Cubs
gotta
won,
mute my mic.
okay, now the night that the Cubs won for me, I was actually at work, but I was on break. I sat in the McDonald's and I sat there. I was late as hell going back to work. I sat there and watched the whole game. I was like, oh, matter of fact, that was game 6. Game 7, I actually wound up being at home. I think I took off from work. Took off from work because I didn't want to be there. I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm watching this. And the Cubs won the game. I think 3 days after my birthday. So I was super excited for that. I was like, hell to the yes. And then you said you a Sox fan. I hate the Sox. That's my brother team. That's my brother and the rest of my family team. I think only me and my father and my great grandfather actually like the Cubs. Everybody else, Sox fans for the most part. Sure, I appreciate the sub. And I appreciate the fact that you'll be tuning in, my brother. I'll say what we do. We do sports hangouts, all the above. You know, we
Sub
have
to my
people
channel,
come in.
QB. Sub to my channel too.
Yeah, about say that's why I got your ticket. That's why I got your stuff at the bottom of the ticker, so that people can to know that your link is in the description, so that people be able to go straight to your channel, man. Also, okay, John Pitney, check out those videos of people mocking it. Damn, they mocked the parade. How many people showed up because it was a laughing riot? Man, I ain't already seen the other videos when they be making fun of the WNBA, when they be trying to dunk and be missing and shit and be airballing like crazy. Man, that should be having me laugh. G the QB Sports Show. He said he subbed to you, KO. He's showing you some love too, man. We deeply appreciate it, man. You know, we definitely trying to keep this channel growing and keep the content growing as well, man. 100, 100, 100. But shit, man. It's been a long day. It's been a long day, especially just trying to get shit together, man. And just keep talking sports, you know. We're just gonna have to keep it going, especially talking about football, basketball, baseball, boxing, and everything. Matter of fact, who is your favorite team? Who your favorite team, G? And what other sports do you follow? You know, it's a chance that if your team is on the Bears schedule, we could possibly have you as a guest, because we're trying to have especially this season, fans of each team to be on the show and talk about their teams, talk about stats or whatever, whichever style that you bring to the table. So we try to put everybody on there. And also shit, yeah, we be on all that stuff, man. I gotta make sure I see the lady's name that I'm supposed to be giving a shout out to. She also a Bear fan. Matter of fact, now I remember her name is Lynn Hayden. I'm gonna give Lynn Hayden a shout out too, man. Her link is also in the description. Give her a shout out. Like and subscribe to her channel as well. Just let her know that I sent you, and let her know that Jonah sent you.
Yeah, she's good. She's cool.
Yeah, I
I
about to
like
say,
her. I watch her
yeah,
content. I'm sub to her.
yeah, because I just saw her
That's
content
what's
like
up,
yesterday,
man.
the day before
Lifelong Bears
yesterday.
fan.
Yeah, I like to hear that. Matter of fact, how old are you, dear? How old are you? I'm about to say I'm
He must be an
31.
older fan or something. Must be older or something.
Yeah, and matter of fact, do you also have a show? Do you have a YouTube page too? Because there, if so, then we can go ahead and sub to your page as well, and keep networking. Oh, okay, 48. Okay, he said I would like to see Dave Chappelle roast the WNBA parade because of the jokes with right themselves. You know damn well Dave Chappelle is not gonna have every type of woman trying to go after his ass. He already got the alphabet community. I can't remember all that shit. What to call them shit.
Hey,
Definitely.
Jonathan. I gotta get going soon. Actually, I don't have too much time.
Okay, that's cool, man. That's all good. He said he followed basketball too.
So,
Okay.
I mean, if you want to continue with the show, or it's up to you, or if you just want to end it right here.
Yeah, I'm about to say what we've been on for a good minute. We've been on for a good
Yeah,
minute.
for
So
like an hour 16. Yeah.
yeah, but that's gonna be it for us, guys, man. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. G the QB show, thank you for tuning in. Butters, thank you for tuning in as well. The rapper 10,000, thank you for tuning in. Kofi, I appreciate the fact that you was able to make it, man. Appreciate Zach for coming in too. And man, we finna be up out of here, man. Peace out, everyone.